Yashodanandana Brajavandana Yamadira जब शिवाद इस परिवार का शिवत श्रीमद स्वामी श्री महाराज कोटि वर्ष ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय। So reading from Bhagavad-Gita, chapter 10, entitled Essence of the Absolute, verse number 1. Bhuya eva mahabaho shrume paramam vajaha datte aham priyamanaya vakshyami vitakāmyaya. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Bhuya eva mahabaho shrume paramam vajaha datte aham priyamanaya vakshyami vitakāmyaya. Bhagavan Vacha Bhuya eva mahabaho shrume paramam vajaha datte aham priyamanaya vakshyami vitakāmyaya. Mata ji speak. Shri Bhagavan Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Bhuvya, again, Eva, certainly, Mahabaho, Almighty Arm, Shru, just here, May, my, Paramam, Supreme, Vachaha, instruction, Yad, that which, Te, to you, Aham, I, Priyamanaya, taking you here to me, Vakshyami, say, Hit Kamaya, for your benefit. The Supreme Personality of God has said, listen again, O mighty Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. The word Bhagavan is explained thus by Parashar Muni, one who is full in 6 opulences, who has full strength, full fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, and renunciation, is Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of God. While Krishna was present on this earth, he displayed all 6 opulences. Therefore, great saints like Parashar Muni have all accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. Now Krishna is instructing Arjuna in more confidential knowledge of his opulences and his work. Previously, beginning with the 7th chapter, the Lord has already explained this different energies and how they are acting. Now in this chapter, he explains his specific opulences to Arjuna. In the previous chapter, he has clearly explained his different energies to establish devotion in firm conviction. Again in this chapter, he tells Arjuna about his manifestations and various opulences. The more one hears the very important part of the purport, the more one hears about the Supreme God, the more one becomes fixed in devotional service. One should always hear about the Lord in the association of devotees. That will enhance one's devotional service. Discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to be Krishna conscious. Others cannot take part in such discourses. The Lord clearly tells Arjuna that because Arjuna is very dear to him, for his benefit, such discourses are taking place. Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnana-Anjana-Shalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam-Rupa Kadamanyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Parakamulam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sarvajam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sadiva Sarvadvaitam Sarvadutam Parigana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Paya Sahagana Malika Shri Vishakha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Shri Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Sapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamani Hari Priya वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सदारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So first of all, I'd like to thank Prabhuji and the devotees who have given this wonderful opportunity to repeat the words of Bhagavad-Gita, such a wonderful instruction by Lord Shri Krishna, and repeating the words of Lord Shri Krishna, such a wonderful opportunity. And when we get this opportunity in the Devotee Association, words about Lord, Acharya says that's the biggest fortune one can achieve in this human form of life. Tatrapi dulabham manne vaikuntha priyadarshana. That is the rarest of rare human form of life. To get such an opportunity to associate with the Vaikuntha Priyadarshana, the devotees of Lord Vaikuntapati. And when they associate, the prime business amongst them is what? Parasparanam Kathanam, Pavanam Bhagavad Gita. Always describe the glories of the Lord. That's the only purpose of association. And that's what Krishna is deciding this world. So thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to welcome Narayan Prabhuji in New Vrindavan Hall. It's called New Vrindavan Hall. He has been to Mayapur Hall in the morning today. Now he's here for the first time. He has come all the way from India. Narayan Prabhu has been serving his Holiness Bhakti Maharaj for many years as his personal servant. And now he'll be here in Kanyadesh. He has come for work. We are very fortunate to have his association in Kanyadesh. और साथ ही साथ में मैं स्वागत करता हूँ प्रभु जी के माता पिता और श्यामल प्रभु जी के माता पिता, हमारे वरिष्ठ भक्तगण यहाँ पर पधारे हैं, उनका विशेष स्वागत है। बहुत अच्छा लगा आपको देख करके, आशीर्वाद दीजिए वहां से। They are always there with us in the yatra every year. They have come before also, and again they have come. Like Arjuna says in Bhagavad-Gita, when we have that heavenly person, it means our life is secure under their blessings. तो जब ऐसे लोग रहते हैं हमारे आसपास के और उनके आशीर्वाद हमको मिलते रहते हैं तो जीवन बहुत सुरक्षित रहता है। ऐसे अर्जुन भी बोल रहे हैं। So we have completed 9 chapters, very important chapter, the most confidential knowledge. And the last verse of the chapter, anybody remember? Very nice. Wonderful. The meaning of this verse? Think about it. Become a devotee. Right? So now Arjuna is thinking, he gave a pause. And Lord Krishna, you see, it's a dialogue between two, right? Bhagavad-Gita is nothing but a dialogue between two personalities. And dialogue means they are very sensitive. When Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, he is also observing him. How he is receiving this knowledge, whether he needs some clarification further. And Arjuna, Lord Shri Krishna, anyhow, he is the Paramatma. Exactly know that whether they speak or they don't, what is going on in the Arjuna's heart. So when Arjuna heard the last verse of 9th chapter, Acharya says, see your force. But Krishna is asking me or saying that I should always think about Krishna. My mind should be fixed on Krishna. Right? So in the spiritual world, there's no problem about this. In the spiritual world, everyone is always thinking about Krishna. Because prema anjali shrita bhakti vilochanena, their eyes are anointed with the love of God. Always they think about Krishna. Ya dohane avhane na matano padepa prem ikshana ad rodito umshana marjanadav अनुरक्त धिया श्रुत कंठयो धन्या Vrajaspriya. You see, Vrajaspriya, they're always thinking about Krishna. For them, it's not a problem. Ya dohane, while making the cows, while doing all their daily affairs, but sada anurakta. Their mind is always constantly fixed on Krishna. What Krishna is saying in the previous chapter. So the spiritual world is not a problem. All the Vrajvasis, pure devotees, their mind is constantly. Kapil Muni says in Bhagavatam, for them, their mind is like that. Mano avichinnaha gatim yatha ganga ambudho ambusa. Like Ganges river, automatically it goes towards where? Ganga Sagar. Similarly, for the pure devotees, mad guna shruti matraina. Then always their mind is hankering for the root, the form, the qualities of Krishna. By default. But Arjuna, on our behalf, this in this material world, how to achieve this state of consciousness, where always I can think about you? That's a wonderful question. कैसे सदैव आपके बारे में सोचूंगा, कैसे मेरा मन आपके ऊपर लगेगा? And that is exactly our question. For us, even 1:30, 1:45 minutes, 1 hour 45 minutes, just while chanting even, it's so difficult. So difficult to focus our mind only on Krishna. Isn't it? So Arjuna is asking this question for such people. And Lord Shri Krishna, being Antaryami, he could understand what is there in the heart of it. And this very first verse of chapter 10 is the answer of that question. And the entire chapter in fact. So now Krishna said, oh Arjuna, I'll let you know that how in this material world, living in this material world, how by seeing my different vibhuti, you can remember about me. You can remember me. So that is the mercy of Krishna, which is the 10th chapter. By living in this world, seeing the material objects, रसो अपनी हम पानी पीते हुए जल का स्वाद भगवान श्री कृष्ण है, देख पाएंगे, पानी पीते हैं हम सब. Or so many things will come in 10th chapter, which we see actually, which we will be seeing, perceive. How by seeing even those material, so-called material objects, we can remember Krishna. That's what Krishna is going to give in this chapter. But before that, he said, I think you should sufficiently hear first. That's a very important point. Because the first verse here is glorifying the process of hearing. Although he heard Arjuna, but it seems that he had not heard sufficiently. And Krishna is saying, I want to ask you to hear. One time one devotee asked a question to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I'm not able to understand this Atma and body, Prabhupada said, you have not sufficiently heard about it. पर्याप्त रूप से श्रवण करना होगा, अर्थात बहुत श्रवण करना. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna says in 13th chapter, Anne अन्नेत एवं अजानन्तः. Very nice. You know that verse. श्रुत्वा अन्येभ्यो उपासते ते अपि चाति तरन्ति एव मृत्युं श्रुति परायणः. Krishna is saying to Arjuna, very beautiful verse, that if someone is not very conversant with the spiritual practices, spiritual knowledge, और कुछ नहीं आता है उनको, पूजा पाठ नहीं आता है, कभी कुछ नहीं किया है, but that person somehow or other develop a desire to hear. That's all. Develop a desire to hear from the authority. That's the main part. From authorized sources. Then he will cross over Mrityu Shruti Parayana. So Acharya says, before we become Narayan Parayana, we should become Shruti Parayana, the servant of hearing. Shruti Parayana, servant of hearing. And that's what exactly Krishna is saying here. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again. Punah punah. Maharaj said to Maharaj Yudhishthira, punah punah. 7th canto, 14th chapter, very first verse. Maharaj Yudhishthira asked a question, that being a grihastha who was completely engrossed in this material world, what is the hope? How we can come out of this clutches of Maya? O Narad Muni, please tell us. And Narad Muni replied, verse number 2 and 3, that punah punah, again and again, same thing. Krishna says again, he says again and again. Again and again you should invite a sadhu and hear from sadhu. All the grihastha's responsibility. To hear from sadhu again and again. Punah punah, sunte rehna chahiye. So Krishna is glorifying the process of hearing here. And he's saying, because you are my very dear friend, for your benefit, I shall speak to you further. Already I have told you the process, because same thing he will repeat in the 18th chapter. But now again we can see from 10th chapter, again in the 18th chapter, again Krishna will speak. And again he will conclude with 18.65 the same shloka. So again he is speaking. Giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So already has your most confidential knowledge, or this is most confidential. Because he's saying, I have not explained yet. And Prabhupada started a beautiful purport, because this is a Bhagavan Vacha. Prabhupada says, who is Bhagavan? Prabhupada gives a definition from the Vishnu Puran, spoken by Parashar Muni. Aishwarya samagrasya viryasya yashyah jnanasya vairagyuschaiva sannam iti bhagana. So he said that the 6 opulences, Bhagavan, like Dhanavan, Prabhupada says Dhanavan, Jnanavan. Van means who possesses, who possesses. Jnanavan, who possesses knowledge, is a Jnanavan. Van matlab जिसके पास ज्ञान है. धनवान, who possesses wealth, is a धनवान. Similarly, Bhagwan, who possesses Bhag, is a Bhagwan. And Bhag is the 6 Bhag, 6 opulences in full extent. The most wealthy person, the most handsome, the most knowledgeable, the most powerful, the most renunciation, most renounced, and the most most famous. Handsome I mentioned. So he is Krishna. Because nobody else fit in this definition. किसी के पास बहुत धन है, लेकिन इस धन के साथ में वैराग्य बहुत कठिन है, या बहुत सुंदर है, बहुत शक्तिशाली है, ये सारे के सारे गुण पूर्ण मात्रा में, the fullest extent, only and only Krishna possesses, nobody else. That's why he is the Bhagavan, Sri Bhagavan. Whenever Krishna speaks, Vyasdeva uses the word Sri Bhagavan. So Prabhupada, in the first paragraph, he is going to find this picture of Krishna, where he possesses all the six qualities, all the six opulences, to full extent. And Prabhupada also talks about here that how in the seventh chapter, although the energies of Krishna has been explained, para, apara, shakti, Krishna has got vividhaya shuya. Vividhaya means variety of energies. Para शक्ति विविधे विषय, भगवान के पास बहुत शक्ति है। श्वेताश्वतोपनिषद, स्वाभाविकी बल क्रिया है। Naturally, he is having all the power, all strength, bal kriya है, everything. All the activity, whatever Krishna desired, it happens just by his desire. But in Bhagavad-Gita, all the energy has been categorized in mainly three categories: the internal energy of Krishna, external energy of Krishna, and marginal energy of Krishna. Bhumi, Apo, Anno, Vayu, these are the external energy of Krishna. अष्टभिन्ना प्रकृति, जो हम देखते हैं जगत में, ये पूरा जगत उससे बना हुआ है. And internal energy of Krishna, which is the cause of the spiritual world, and who gives pleasure to Krishna, Adami Shakti, Samved Shakti, Sandesh Shakti. And between these two, the Jiva. Jiva is Tatastha side. We are product of marginal energy. That's why always we have this tendency of what? Tendency of falling down. Very good. Dhamima Purusho Loke Chara Aksharam Evacha Chara Sarva Bhutan Kutasto Akshare. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita, 15th chapter, verse number 16. There are two kinds of people. One is fallible and one infallible. All the liberated souls, they are akshara, infallible. वो यहाँ पर आते भी हैं, कभी च्युत नहीं होते. लेकिन हम लोग कभी भी च्युत हो जाते हैं. भगवान का नाम अच्युत है, who never falls down. But we, at every moment, we have this tendency. Every moment we have a choice. Krishna or Maya. Krishna or Maya. Every moment after moment, we have to have this discrimination. What to do, what not to do. तस्मीर शास्त्रम प्रमाणम ते कार्य कार्य व्यवस्थित. क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना. ये समस्या हमारे पास सदैव बनी रहेगी इस जगत में, जब तक इस जगत में. Prabhupada mentioned, he was asked, Prabhupada was asked, that Prabhupada, what about gopis? Even they are also this material world. They were. And they have this minute independence. Prabhupada said, yes. They are also afflicted by this minute independence, but they never use their independence. Prabhupada said, gopis, they never use their independence. They are completely dependent on Krishna. Svedacharabhi Magnam Gaurangre Pankajangre Sambodhayet Sharnapatta. Svedacharabhi. Independent desire has to be completely Annabhrasya Shunyam. That is gopis. They never use their independent desire. Although they have it. They also, when they come here, they are also having their independence, but they don't use it. They don't exercise. So Prabhupada says about the 7th chapter, he talks about that. And now he says, again in this chapter, he tells Arjuna about his manifestations and various forms. Now it's very important to know, this is the mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, you see, for Krishna, it's not easy actually. For a person who is most renounced, is speaking about his own glory. It's not so easy. But Krishna knows that nobody else can glorify him. तो इस सेक्शन को क्या बोलते हैं भगवद गीता को, एज पर आचार्य, स्व महिमा वर्णन. इट्स कॉल्ड स्व महिमा वर्णन, which Krishna has to do himself. Although he doesn't like it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Lord Krishna himself. When someone called him Bhagavan Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, immediately he will close his eyes. Won't say right. Apana Achari Bhakti Sikhaun Savar. I'm servant of Krishna. I'm not God. And Krishna doesn't like this. Krishna is so renounced, you see. If Krishna wants, he can be on this planet for rest of eternity. Isn't it? So that his glories will increase. His fame will increase. He is so renounced that whatever purpose is there, he comes here, fulfill the purpose, immediately he watches the pastime. क्योंकि जो लोग बहुत ज्यादा उनका यश होगा, गुणगान होगा, he wanders and goes. He doesn't want it. That is his nature. Most renounced. But for our benefit, he is describing the Sora Mahima Varna, so that Prabhupada says, by knowing that how Krishna is great, the greatness of Krishna, it helps us to become or to surrender ourselves to adoration. हमारी शरणागति के लिए भगवान के वैभव को जानना बहुत आवश्यक है. This is the nature of human being. The moment we see the person is very powerful, so much opulences, immediately we want to take shelter of that person. Right? We want to be associated with the most powerful personality. अगर हमारा बॉस सबसे पावरफुल हो, you know, सबसे हमारा ध्यान रखने वाला हो, we become very proud. Yeah, I have a boss. Sanatha Jivita. The moment Krishna entered into Dwarika, or Dwarika was saying, Aho Sanatha. Aho Sanatha means the moment you leave Dwarika, oh my Lord, we become orphan, like an orphan. But now we have entered, we become Sanatha. We have a Nath, we have a master. Krishna is now. Right? So he's such a master. So the moment we know his glories, his opulences, it helps us to walk on the process of surrender, Sharanagati. That's why Krishna is very mercifully, he's revealing his glory, vibhuti in this chapter, so that we can understand and we can remember Krishna. Arjuna says, Katham Vidyam, Katham, what is that? Katham Vidyam Aham Yuktam, Katham Vidyam Aham Yugim Tvam Sada Parichintayan, Keshu Keshu Cha Bhaveshu, Chintayim Ashi, Bhagavan Maya. He's saying, oh my Lord, Katham Vidyam Aham Yogim Tvam Sada Parichintayan. You told me that you always remember about me, always fix your mind on me. But Katham, कैसे करूं मैं? त्वाम सदा परिचिंतयन, आपके बारे में कैसे सदैव सोचता रहूं? Please let me know. I don't know. इस भौतिक जगत में सदैव आपके बारे में कैसे सोच पाऊंगा मैं? केशु केशु च भावेश्वर. In which form? The same chapter, verse number 17. Kesu kesu cha bhaveshu. In which form? And that's why Krishna is going to speak about this chapter. That whatever opulence you see here, just try to think. I was just contemplating on this. You see, whatever, we all have a feeling of attachment. Up to some extent, right? Either with our children or parents, husband, wife, or whatever it is. You've felt it, huh? To some extent. That's why people, when they are near dear, when they leave, we cry and, the feeling of separation. It means we were attached at some point of time. Say about it? So just imagine why we are attached. Our attachment, even though it is, Prabhupada says, is misplaced, but because Krishna says, whatever you see, Arjuna, eko amsena, istito jagat. Everything is my fragmental part. And then a fragmental part could have such attachment we can have with that fragmental part of Krishna. What to speak of then Krishna himself? Krishna himself. Think from that perspective. The fragmental part. Athva bahutena kim yatena tava Arjuna. He says, oh Arjuna, what to speak of my glory? What to speak of my opulences? Vishabhyam idam Krishnam एक अंशेन स्थितो जगत. Just one fragmental part of mind is holding the entire this material world. Entire material world, whatever you just add all the attachment of this material world is my fragmental part. That is why Acharya Kulshekar is saying, oh my Lord, attachment of a jiva to your lotus feet. Your lotus feet is like a panyarantam, the cluster of lotus. The cluster of lotus. For a bee, honeybee, just one lotus is enough to attract. But your lotus feet is like a cluster of lotus. And just please attract my mind. Krishna Tudiya Padapad Pangira. Please attract my mind immediately now because it's like a cluster of lotus. It's very powerful. Very powerful mandate. Yaya Brahmyato Brahmana, Prabhuji saying. Swayam Akashvanithu. When he was asked that, how come you are so attached to Lord Vishnu? In our kingdom, nobody is there. Nobody talks about Vishnu. How come, Prahlad? When Santa Amarka asked the question, the same thing he replied. He said, I don't know Brahman. You know Brahmati Brahmana, Swayam Akashvanithu. Like a small magnet piece, iron piece, how it get attracted towards a powerful magnet. Similarly, my mind always goes towards Vishnu. I don't know, I'm helpless. Swayam Akashvanithu. तथा भीरते चेतस चक्रपाणे सदच्छया. चक्रधारी जो विष्णु है कैसे मेरे मन को आकर्षित कर रहे हैं. He's like a magnet, powerful magnet. So question may come in, what about us? Just Acharya Mahaprabhu has given the process of, we are also like a small piece of iron. But this iron piece is completely rusted. And since it's rusted, there is no attachment to the magnet. But Chetu Darpana Mahajanam, by this process of hearing about Krishna, chanting about Krishna, this process is a filing of this iron piece. And then, Prabhupada says, automatically this Jivatma is attracted. No force, no tapasya. Tapasya है जब तक बस ये सफाई करनी. And now, the second paragraph is a very important paragraph. For Krishna, Prabhupada writes here, because he talks about Shino. Prabhupada says, the more one hears about Supreme God, the more one becomes fixed in devotion. What a wonderful statement. The more we hear, the more we become fixed in the process. We all want to become fixed in the process. Right? Ekniष्ठ. व्यवसात्मिका बुद्धि एके हो गुरुनंदना. एकनिष्ठ होना चाहते हैं. And this is a formula Prabhupada gives you. The formula is what? The more hearing, not hearing. The more hearing. Already we have heard. We see more hearing. The more one hears about Supreme God, one becomes fixed in devotion. And that we can, if you see ourselves also, the day which we just pass without hearing, that day you can see your consciousness, and the day when you hear about Krishna or hear from spiritual master, Prabhupada, you can see the difference. We all can feel it. Therefore, we should make a point that every day, if we have one mouth, we have 2 ears. If we are chanting 1.5 or 1 hour, 45 minutes or 2 hours, the hearing should be double of this. I'm not scaring you. But by logic, you see, because with one mouth, we have 2 ears. But if not double, at least sometimes definitely we should. I was hearing a lecture by Dana Sangara. It mentioned minimum 2 hours. His Holiness Chandrabauli Swami Maharaj for 45 years, he confessed. He said from last 45 years, not a single day passed when I did not read or hear minimum 2 hours. 50 years, 45, 50 years. This sannyasi, very now is a very advanced age. That should be our commitment. Krishna gives the formula. The more we hear, the more we become fixed. Sometimes we have a question कि प्रभु जी अभी पंक्ति में बहुत मन नहीं लग रहा है, चैटिंग में मन नहीं लग रहा है. This all question will be answered if we start hearing. Start hearing. Shruti Paraya. One should always hear about the Lord in the association of people. Very important. Paraspara Kathanam Bhagavad Pavan Cha Mitho Rati Mitho Srishtit Nimitar Mitha Atma. 11 canto Bhagavatam. When the devotees meet together, their prime business is what? Paraspara. When Vishwamitra Muni, when he first met to Dasharatha Maharaj, when he came to the kingdom of Dasharatha Maharaj, he asked the question, Maharaj, kaise rahe aap? How are you? How is your kingdom going on? The moment he entered, the first question, Punar Bhavat Tat Punar Bhavat. Oh Maharaj Dashrath, how is your endeavor to come out of the cycle of birth and death going on? जन्म मृत्यु से के चक्कर से निकलने का आपका प्रयास कैसे चल? That's the question. Sadhus are interested in this. और उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? सकल साधन श्रेष्ठ नवविधा भक्ति. And नवविधा भक्ति start from where? Shravan. Shravan. So Prabhupada says, one should always hear about the Lord in the association of devotees. That will enhance one's devotional service. Such a very clear, very loud message. Clear and loud. अगर भक्ति में हमें आगे बढ़ना है, गंभीर होना है, तो बस progress in spiritual life depends on attitude of followers. And our attitude should be that we should associate with devotees or hearing more and more. When we associate, only for one purpose. Only for one. You see Chaitanya Charitamrita, entire Chaitanya Charitamrita is filled with this. The moment devotees are meeting together, only hearing. All devotees from Bengal coming to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Jagannath Puri, Satraj Khan coming, everyone is asking, who is Vaishnava, tell me about Vaishnava. Just question, just hearing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meeting Raman Rai, hearing. Tell me, Raman Rai, please tell me about it. कुछ और कहो, आगे बताओ. Krishna Kirtan, always glorifying Krishna, also good part. Always. In fact, our founder, Acharya Shri Prabhupada, he was recommended for initiation only on one quality. His master told, he is a very good listener. Although he was contributing, he was a Grihastha, he was giving money also in Allahabad, Prayag, in the Gauri Math. He was playing Mridanga also, very nice, It was very nice, in what sadhus. So all which were told to His Divine Grace, Bhagavad-Gita, Thakur Maharaj. He said, yes, I know. He hears very patiently. And that was the only qualification which his spiritual master could see. And which was very important. And he said, okay, I'll give initiation. Only because of this quality. He was very fixed in hearing. When he went to meet his spiritual master in Radhakund, the moment the Shankha was blown in the nearby temple, it was, I think, the Vishnu temple. Everything hushed. But Prabhupada was just sitting there and hearing. And his master told him, everybody has just ran. They're just simply, merely doing this eye exercise. If they don't hear, how will they see? If you don't hear, you can't see. Our process of seeing is hearing. How do you do this? Huh? Very nice. तम भक्ति योग परिभाविता हितरोच आस्ते शुद्ध इच्छतो नम सॉरी प्रभु नाभवंसा ब्रह्मा is praying like that Srimad Bhagavad 3:11 he says आस्ते शुद्ध इच्छतो oh my God we are there devotees sees you through hearing bona fide hearing they are having a darshan to bona fide hearing शुद्ध इच्छता. And that was the point when when Acharya gave the commentary on the Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu episode. When Vishnu was saying, "Can you see Krishna Lord here? Your Vishnu is here." He said, "Yes, yes, he is here, he is here, he is here." He said, "I'm not able to see." Then Acharya quoted this because Prahlad had heard from his Krishna. That's why he was able to see. Whereas he did not hear. He is not able to see. In fact, Lord Sri Krishna, when he was in the battlefield, he was doing a pastime. Kaurava would not see. Pashan apina pashan, even though they were seeing, but they could not. But they had never heard the glory submissively. That's very important. This is Gandhari and Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra Maharaj, when he was there in Kaurava side, see his feeling, the moment in Bhagavatam, the moment they came to the Pandavas, and when the Lord Krishna is now departing, even they were crying. Acharya's commentary, just having association of Pandavas for 2 days, even Dhritarashtra Gandhari, their perception for Krishna was completely changed. By hearing. तो श्रवण करना बहुत आवश्यक है. इसके ऊपर एक कथा बताएगी, बहुत सुंदर कथा है. एक बार एक व्यक्ति हिंदी क्योंकि कथा हिंदी में बहुत अच्छी है तो बिल्कुल अच्छा है हिंदी. हाँ, तो एक गांव में एक जो वॉशरमैन धोबी उनके पास एक गधा है. तो गधा कुछ काम नहीं कर रहा. बहुत दिन के बाद देखा कि गधा कुछ कपड़े नहीं उठा रहा है और केवल बस अनाज खा रहा है. आई शुड सेल इट आउट and he went to sell it out in the market. बाजार में गए, गधे को बेच दिया. तो फिर बेचते रहे और बेच के वो अपना कुछ काम कर रहा था. तभी उसने देखा कि कुछ भीड़ लगी है, कुछ आवाज आ रही है. ये गधा ऐसे काम करता है, सुबह उठता है, बहुत भोजन खाता है, बहुत काम खाता है, तो भीड़ लगी है. तो वो सोच रहे हैं इसके सुन रहे हैं उसके बारे में. और जब उससे फिर उसका बोलने का हो गया. अगर मैं उसका कर रहा हूँ जिससे खरीदा था वो उसका कर रहा है, उसको खूब ग्लोरीफाई कर रहा है. ये गधा ऐसे करता है, इतना कम खाता है, इतनी मेरी सेवा करता है और इसका गधा है. और तब उसने स्टार्टेड सेलिंग इट आउट का फर्स्ट प्राइस. तो 50 रुपये शुरू हुआ, 50, 100, 150 रुपये में 2 रुपये लूंगा, 300. तो उसने बोला जो लेके आया था कि यार मेरा गधा था और ये पता रखे बात मेरे गधा इतने काम को गधा था और इसको मुझे मालूम था. मेरे को बिल्कुल कहा और अभी तो भाई 500 रुपये दूंगा एंड ही पेड 500 रुपये. 50 रुपये में बेचा था, 500 रुपये वापस करना और लेकर के आया. बट द वन was just by hearing the beauty he became attached to गधा कि हम कर रहे हैं. So what is this is the impact of hearing, right? If you are going somewhere, for example, the flight, you are just sitting there, you know. और आपके बगल में कुछ क्रिकेट बैट है, no, so don't pay attention. But someone comes and tells you, you just heard his Bill Gates, you know, the owner of Microsoft, then immediately your behavior changes just by hearing. So Shravan says, because this sense of hearing is so potent that whatever we hear, this data has so much impact on our understanding, the way our mind works. That's why we have to caution what not to hear. और वैष्णव मुकुट गिरम भगवान की कथा को और वैष्णव को नहीं सुनना चाहिए. We have to caution Because whatever we hear is not garbage thing. We should be very careful what I'm hearing. Hearing is very, very powerful Galilean that you are the knowledge by the most powerful, more powerful. And that's why Prabhupada says even we should be hearing from authoritative sources. संप्रदाय विहीन श्रवण कुछ काम नहीं करे और वैष्णव तो वैष्णव नहीं है. That's why it's not only the subject matter. It's not only the Bhagavad-Gita or Bhagavatam. It's about who is speaking about it. आज जो आप देखेंगे चैनल पे इतने लोग बोल रहे हैं. People they have made their business. They have made a business now. कथा बेचक बहुत से लोग कथा बेच रहे हैं. Whole day they will speak about Krishna Radha, बड़े-बड़े चीजें बताएंगे वो. Not covering the parampara and taking big amount for one week katha. Prabhuji lecture was Hindi word. And Prabhuji was really, he was abusing. Prabhuji used Hindi. Prabhuji was बहुत साल क्या बताया. I heard. Because this is not, this knowledge is not like that, okay, I know Sanskrit, I can repeat this. The person who is speaking, he is not that in parampara. His intention is not to just render services, selfless service to the lotus feet of his spiritual master and the lordship. Then that person is not at all qualified to speak. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, verse number 6 and 7. So what talks about the qualification of a person who is fit to sit on the Vyasa. And you can see it's very loaded. The expectation is very, very loaded. The person should be completely spotless in character. So one says. Very different. Now we can see so many people who used to recite the Katha, who used to give big classes. Some of them are behind the bar. So this was time from where Prabhupada says, Krishna is saying, hear from me. Prabhupada says, hear from Krishna or his bona fide representative. That's all. No one else. No one else should touch this. Then Prabhupada says this. Discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to win Krishna. It requires complete absorption. Prabhupada said our movement is for awakening, training, educating, and complete absorption. Complete absorption. Prabhupada says such discourses who are really anxious to be Krishna consciousness, they will love to hear. Maybe the story of Nasim Mehta. Right? He had so much taste for hearing. Just imagine. He forgot that his daughter was very nice. Can you imagine the height of his taste for hearing? He went there, he sat down for 7 days, and in between, daughter was about to get married. Daughter got married also. He could not reach there. He forgot completely. He was so absorbed. After 7 days, the Katha was over. Then he realized my daughter was about to get married, and I was, my wife had sent me to bring some wealth in exchange of her home. And when he reached the response, everything was done so nicely. Krishna personally came at him. You watch him Mahamaya. But the point is how absorbed he was. When Parikshit Maharaj is imagine, he's about to died after 7 years. But when he sat for hearing from Sukadeva Goswami, he completely forgot that I am going to die after 7 days, that's why going to come. Completely absorbed. No, the 10th canto, Krishna Maharaj saying, oh my Lord, Sukadeva Goswami, oh my Guru, you don't worry about my hunger and thirst. Keep on. जब तुम लोग न बात करते छुप फिर मतलब भूख प्यास दुख करना which is very difficult. After 5 days, I'm not feeling thirsty or hungry. You don't think about myself. Why? Because we went to Twan Mukham Bhojan. I'm drinking this nectar. Chitam Hari Katha. ये हरि की कथा जब आप सुना रहे हैं like a nectar. वही ना तो विद्याम उत्तम श्लोक लेकर तत्क्षण बताम सज्ञानानाम स्वाम स्वारूपने. Shonapata Rishi, tell me, we are not satiated. Please keep on, just keep on pouring this, keep on pouring this. We are not satiated. So tasty, स्वादु स्वारूपने वाले. Look at my Baba, I need millions of years. We are anxious to hear. In our conditioned stage, what we see? हम लोग स्थिति क्या हो रही है? ये अगर 1 घंटा हो गया, तो इसके बाद we start changing our position. But anyway, it's a different story. But we should develop a taste for it. Sometimes unplanned hearing, unplanned. Just but devotees can start discussing, need your food, need your water. Just go on. Let it be 12 o'clock in the night. Let it go. We do it the other way. In the medical world, sometimes we're going to marriage, रात हो रहा है, पार्टी चल रही है, बट भक्ति के उसमें नहीं 1 घंटे का 16 जैसा. So sit down to the end of the story. So sometimes we chant and sit down. Do we have a time? Chant more hours. It is a minimum now. It's not maximum. The person minimum 60 hours. Minimum of our feeling. Minimum of association with it, not maximum. Because we are not anxious. Look at our physical situation. We are not anxious. One time, this Swami Maharaj was mentioning, very nice point. He said, the problem is that people are so much concerned about the material things, but they are not concerned about that. Right? घर में किसी की तबीयत खराब हो जाए, घर में कुछ हो गया, एक फोन कॉल, ये so much concern. It's so much concern. But एक दिन मैंने माला नहीं घुमाई ठीक से, मैं ठीक से पढ़ नहीं पाया, तुम्हारा है नो concern. Not concern. Maharaj said that. That's the problem. That we are not concerned about it. Just let it go. But now we can see Bhagavad-Gita we started, and now we are just in the middle of the chapter, almost middle of the entire Bhagavad-Gita, 9th chapter, very fun chapter. And now Krishna is revealing the higher truth. He is saying, Arjuna, hear more. Also many options. So such discussion in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious. We discussed earlier time that all devotees in Bhagavad-Gita are so anxious to hear. Look at the Sukadeva Goswami. When he was hearing from Sukadeva Goswami, you can see the third canto. Third canto, Sukadeva Goswami declaring, you saw that word? Third canto? He said, my Parikshit, look at this wall. He listened so attentively, so profoundly. And I'm looking forward my mercy upon him. In the future, this guy will repeat this Bhagavatam to all the listeners. Already declared in our listeners. Same thing we can see with the Sonakadavishi. Sonakadavishi is saying in the 16th chapter, first canto, they inquire something about Sri Islam. And then they are saying, oh, Goswami, I have asked it, but if this particular aspect does not have any connection with Krishna, then don't do it. You see? But just Maharaj is just canto. He's saying, I want to hear this. I want to hear this Dharma, the great divinity. And please, whatever I have asked and whatever I have not asked about Krishna, you also know that. जो आपसे पूछना है और जो नहीं पूछ पाए ना आपको पता है लेकिन करें This is called longing, and this only quality longing, intense desire to hear more, intense desire to chant more, intense desire to associate with devotees. This is the only qualification given by Guru Goswami who attain Krishna. Krishna. Krishna Bhakti Bhagavata Vedami Guru Goswami तब लौकिक अपनी बुद्धिमत्ता जन्म को भी सुखी तब लौकिक Prabhuji and she is now the question comes. Now we have heard about this world of hearing, right? Prabhupada ends here this article. Prabhupada others cannot take part in such discourse. So if you are not developing this space for hearing, we understand that we are in this category. We are not anxious to hear. We have a timeline. It's nice to know. The Lord clearly tells Arjuna that because Arjuna is very dear to him, he wants to speak more. He wants to speak more for his benefit. Such discourses are taking place. Bhakti Guru Pravatam Kvaile Prasango Kuyad Anand Mahatam Kulatmana. Nish Ulvaram Ulu Vesnam Bhavim Nish Bhavat Guru Katha Vatapanam. Maharaj saying, oh my Lord, I am becoming mad. I am becoming mad to hear the voice in the Arjuna voice. आपसे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए बस एक ही करना चाहिए that in Lord Devotees Association I can hear the voice. I'm becoming mad. That is the stage Lord Shri Krishna through Arjuna is saying we all should develop a taste for hearing. It's not a question to all the assembly here, assembly. कि कैसे ये उत्पन्न हुआ है? तो उसे association very good, very nice. तो श्रीमद् भागवत गीता बोला first time. शुश्रूषुत धानस्य वासुदेव कथारुचि ज्ञान महत सेवया विप्रह पुण्य तीर्थ निषेवना. Wonderful shloka. He said, how you can develop a taste for hearing? वासुदेव कथा रुचि कैसे बेटा? ज्ञान महत सेवया, not only association, सर्वे devotees. Vaishnava Seva. See? The more one engages in the Vaishnava Seva, the more we can develop. Now see the connection. You are serving spiritual master, serving the Vaishnava. Vaishnava became priest. Vaishnava is nothing. What is mercy? वासुदेव कथा रुचि. उनकी मर्जी और कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, धन वैभव नहीं चाहिए हमें, बस कथा में रुचि है. See the connection? Yes, because they know exactly what is waiting for us. Even though we have desire, Bhajtam Anachita, we don't have desire to worship Lord Krishna, but they know Krishna Master knows what to do. So they will give the mercy that we can develop more and more taste in hearing and chant. So Vasudeva Katha. And here Vishwanath Pasa is a commentary that this comes from Satam Kripa, comes from the Mahaseva. Only by serving. This is exactly spoken by Rishabdev, spoken by Prahlad Maharaj, Niskichinana, Padradipamudek. When he was asked by Venkashapu, how you develop such an intense infinity for hearing and chanting? He said the same. भगवान कृष्ण के भक्तों के पार रजो अभिषेक सभी पहुंचे. Now we became Narad because of serving Bhakti-Vedantist. Right? So now you can see here Krishna is talking about hearing. He said we should be very anxious. And solution is, in order to become anxious for hearing, we should be parayana. We should serve the Vaishnava. We should serve the devotees. By serving them, by sharing with them, we can also develop a desire to hear more. And then Krishna will start speaking about the devotee, one after other. Here the devotee, Matsatvam Srimad Puntam Deva, Samtam Deva, Vachatvam, Mamatejo Amsatvam. That whatever you see in this world, O Arjuna, everything is Mamatejo part, my part is there. So becoming attached to anything is part of Krishna. So become attached to the whole, not the part. Directly to the whole. The Krishna. Hare Krishna is powerful. This how Prabhupada concludes the purport. Arjuna is because Arjuna is very dear to him, and for his benefit, such discourses are taking place. So Srimad Bhagavatam also discusses about first category chapter verse 15. Hari Charita Udahanam. Sud Goswami and Shankara Rishi both were their main aim of life was what? Hari Charita Udahanam. To glorify Lord Shri Krishna. That's why the perfect combination. Which the master and both were very intense in hearing and glorifying. Srimad Maharaj and Shamdev Goswami. Vidura and Maitreya. You see the combination? Very intense. It's very important here, and then Maitreya is very fine. He says, because of who I was speaking, because of what I want to hear, I want to speak. Right? And that's why you see we are so fortunate. We spoke so many classes, and somehow by even considering the plan of Krishna, right from first day when he went to Western countries, everything is recorded by his disciples. They have Prabhupada Vanipedia, everything is there. We can hear morning walk, conversation, lectures, glory of God, Mangottama Shloke, there is instruction. When we hear from such devotees, Uttama Shloke, who is very kind Lord Shri Krishna, very kind, very kind. So once we start hearing, just last couple of things, then Shri Goswami says, when we give the oral reception, hearing, oral reception is a very nice word. Oral reception. We welcome the words of Lord Shri Krishna. We welcome the words of devotees about Lord Shri Krishna. Yasyam Varimana Krishna Param Puruse Bhakti Uttare Omsham Shloka Mona. So in this shloka, this is 177, Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada writes oral reception. Very nice word. The meaning to welcome these words into your ears, immediately bhakti is Prakash moksha. We develop affinity for ourselves. And Shoka Moha Bhaya, having this knowledge of Shoka Moha Bhaya, Shoka for past, Moha for present, and Bhaya for future, all will be behind. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita, Arjuna, once you have this knowledge, that sort of person does not take it in any state of life. There is no anything. Because he knows what is happening. He knows the Shastra truth. He heard about it. So Srimad Prabhupada says, first thing that happened was to start hearing. First thing, that our goal of life, the ultimate aim of life is purified. Punyati te vishaya vidushita ashaya. Punyati te vishaya vidushita ashaya. Vajanti tat charana sroruhan. And then that person can start walking. The person who was walking in this material world, he will take the U-turn and start walking towards God's. So the more we hear, the more we become very fixed in Krishna consciousness, our aim becomes very fixed. And Prabhupada says the disturbance of mind is due to lack of an ultimate goal. So until we hear, we fix on goal, always our mind will be disturbed. Therefore hearing is very, very important. And we have seen the devotees actually, sometimes they share that they become slackened in their spiritual life because they come across mind very sharing. But if you want to be completely fixed in this process, you have to hear regularly. Regularly to the process. Dhautma Purusha Krishna Parivana Mushati Mukta Sarvapari Klesha Partha Yata Sharanam. That person who is hearing regularly and after regularly hearing his heart has been fixed, that person can never leave through this. Never. Because he understands the problem of this world. An example given here by Parikshit Maharaj. Pantha means traveler, pathik. Sometimes when you go to yatra, 5, 6, 7, very intense yatra. After that, when you reach your home, you just want to relax. Right? Just want to take rest. After any troublesome journey, you want to just take rest. Similarly, after troublesome journey to material world, when you get a very relaxed life, those spirit of Lord Krishna, you never want to leave it. That's what he's saying. It comes by hearing. So Vishnu Bhagavad Swana Bhavasura Srimadam Swakatha Krishna Purvishwara Hidaya Antastohi Abhadrani Vidunoti. Only by hearing our all the basic possibilities. And that's why Krishna himself is taking this several times. Here again, Arjuna, hear it again. But one time hearing is not enough. Hear it again. First, कई बार सुनना पड़ेगा, कई बार सुनना पुनः. It's not difficult, right? You see the interesting phenomenon. Just to come to our normal position, not so much troublesome. Isa appears the moment we have turned our face, not just to again come to the natural position, is so much troublesome. Isn't it? But Krishna is very merciful. The moment we show our inclination, the Lord, I want to. Hitting is what I want to. If you want to love someone, you want to know about that. Right? We break the mission. Every devotee, he goes for every minute details. He wants to know everything about Krishna. So he can serve him the best possible. So that's what we all should now God will my coming. We all should pray to become that mood. The Mahaprabhu is very merciful. And we can pray to the Mahaprabhu, the entire parampara, to have a very intense desire for hearing, for reading Srimad, for reading Srimad, message. The person is very clear. The more we hear, the more we become fixed. Hare Krishna. We stop here. Any question or any comment? Would you add something? Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, sir. Yeah, hearing and reading is not different actually. Almost same. Because when you read, it also is kind of hearing, right? Sometimes they audio, the hear, reading is not the hear actually. Because whatever you are hearing, the person who is speaking is speaking from the books, Srimad books. So if you have separate time, it's very good. If you don't have, at least do one. Either we hear or read. But if you have time, enough time, better to do both. Some way I know, and I am also trying to follow. So first I hear Sri Prabhupada lecture every day, without fail. Make a point in your life that every day I have to hear such a personality of this millennium who is infused with the energy of Krishna, who has a potency to give Krishna to any and everyone. Hear that personality, who can give Krishna to anyone and everyone. If you want Krishna in your life, you have to hear Sri Prabhupada every day without fail. Every day. I have seen a very exalted Vaishnava. I got opportunity to see them. Every day without fail they hear. Every day. One time, His Holiness Sana Swami Maharaj, he was traveling from Wada to back to Mumbai. So everything was packed. He was about to enter in the car. He asked, "Where's my iPod?" Then his servant said, "Oh, sorry, Maharaj, since I forgot in your room." He said, "That is my lifeline. If I don't hear Sri Prabhupada, I cannot spend my day is not complete. Go and bring it." And he waited for that 15-20 minutes that he came, and without hearing, and almost everyone. Bhakti Goswami Maharaj, when he comes here, always he hears. Kirtu Maharaj, always in bathroom, when he goes in bathroom, he carries Prabhupada lecture, always. Chandrapali Swami Maharaj, every day 2 hours. His Holiness Jabra Swami Maharaj, every day Bhagavad-Gita, half an hour. Either he reads or somebody will read for him. Prabhupada gave instruction to him, every day you read my book, Bhagavad-Gita, for half an hour. And he said, so if you can make that kind of arrangement, that I will hear Prabhupada lecture, then my spiritual master. Very important. Guru ki Vani ko sunna bahut avashyak hai, because Guru has come to deliver to rescue you. His each and every word is for my rescue. I have to understand this. Mamatva. We should have a great affinity for our spiritual master's Vani, because he is the person who is there, appointed by Krishna, to lift him, to uplift him from this material. So my great affection for his Vani should be Mamatva. Mamatva Vyakulam. Donald Das Goswami says Vyakulam, second stage. Once we have that affinity, then if you don't hear, anxious, you become Vyakul. Yes. Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Uske baad, if you have a time, you can hear so many wonderful speakers are there. Sometimes if you have to give a class, then you can have various themes, various speakers you can choose. But these two has to be done first. You can't compromise these two. And then reading Prabhupada. That's what Prabhupada says, you see, in Grihastha life, we have to maximize Krishna consciousness. You have to maximize. Maximize means, okay, 2 hours chanting. Now let's. I think one time our Namata Krishna Prabhuji is here. Okay. He made a very nice point. Very nice point. Very practical point. He said, 8 hours we are working. Right? 8 hours our work time. Say 9-10 hours. Now 8 hours will give for your sleeping and eating prasadam, taking a bath, daily routine. 8, 8, 16. Now you have 8 hours. Give for spiritual activity. Very practical point. 8 hours work, don't disturb. 8 hours your 6 hours sleeping, 2 hours for eat. Everything. Eating, making, defending, sleeping, all. It's not that. 8 hours still you have. That 8 hours focus on your chanting, reading, hearing, engage yourself. Maximize Krishna consciousness. So if you can hear and read, that is the best option. You should read also, because while reading you get an idea that how Prabhupada has taken the pain for all of us. Because few things are there in the purport which is not not in everyone's classes, which is there in the book only. And sometimes Prabhupada does not repeat the things which he has written here. He never spoken and he never wrote somewhere else. That's why we have to read all the books of Sri Prabhupada. So at least once, definitely we have to read. Once, definitely. Prabhupada has given some instruction, like for method of devotion, he says 7 times you read. 7 times.
When we read the very difficult.
That's a good point. So we should try to understand this from the help of some Vaishnavas who have understood it. We can approach them. That's why the point here comes in the association. Srimad Bhagavata नाम अर्थ है रसिक स्वादो रसिक सह सजातीय आस है स्निग्ध संग साधु साधु संग सतोवर. Goswami says in Act of Devotion, the Sangha means Srimad Bhagavatam should be read always in the association of devotees. But which devotees? Who are Sajati Asa, जिनका आशय भी एक है. They also want to just Arathu Bhagavan Vijay Stane Dhamam Vrindavanam. Same आशय Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Second is the basic means their absorption is more than me. स्निग्ध हमसे ऊपर की अवस्था में उनका संग करना चाहिए. Okay, and try to understand. If something you don't understand, ask the devotees around you, or sometimes you Maharaj can ask. There's a question. That should be our question actually. Pari prashne hai, Maharaj, I could not understand this, please. Like one time I had asked one question to Maharaj, you always Bhaktidas Maharaj. In Bhagavad-Gita, the 18th chapter, Krishna says one time that उस परमात्मा को शरणागति लो, right? He said, please send me that Paramatma. I had a doubt, Krishna, why Krishna is not saying, everybody is saying, Mam, 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 Mam evam sharanam, Man manamo, Mad bhakto, but he is saying, Us Paramatma. Why is he saying Us Paramatma? And I asked Maharaj, Maharaj, you have such a wonderful answer. Immediately. When I asked Maharaj, I said, oh, it's very simple, Maharaj. So when you heard the question, it's very simple. He says, sometimes parents, they instruct their children in a general way. You see, na? You should respect your father, right? You should respect your mother. So although he's a father, but he's saying you should respect your father. So meaning Krishna is saying you should surrender to that Paramatma. You should surrender to Krishna. The problem is Krishna only, but he's saying like that. He said like that. And so very easy for me to understand this. So like that question you can ask when you are not understanding something. Ask devotees, if they can't give answer, then ask your spiritual master. But that's a good thing. Having doubt is a very good thing, especially reading nicely, And there will be some doubts. There will be some doubts, some tattva, some philosophy. But the more you hear, the more you read, then you will understand. And sometimes we see the miracle. The more we are inclined to read or hear, by the mercy of acharyas, the meaning will be revealed. Prakash Ante Mahatma. Krishna reciprocates. Yatha Mam Prapadan. Sometimes you just want to understand the superficial meaning, you'll be happy with that. And then sometimes Krishna says that he wants to go deeper, Krishna will reveal. Right? We can understand about Krishna only by the mercy of Krishna, not through our intellectual capacity or na bahuna shutena na medhaya Upanishad, Munda Upanishad. Na atma pravachena labhyo, not by giving classes, no made high, not just being very intelligent, no bahuna shutem, even not by hearing. Then how only and only when Krishna wants to reveal himself with understanding. But he sees our eagerness through this process, which is given by the spiritual master. If we are trying to pursue that, he sees our eagerness, intense desire, and then he reveals. Okay? That makes sense?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.